What if your biggest fear about your past actually keeps you from moving forward into the future that you want? So what is this fear and why should you stop chasing it? Let me explain. The last few years have been really hard on all of us in one way or another. There's no denying that. And so many of us have experienced grief in one form or another. We may have lost someone we loved, a job, our health, or even our sense of self. And when these things happen to us, we often go into survival mode and do whatever we can to try to get ourselves to feel better. And for some of us, when we don't know what else to do, we often turn to seeking out answers and closure from the people who have hurt us. Because closure makes us feel safe, right? It feels like if we can get this closure, then we can finally move on with our lives and put this whole difficult situation behind us. But most of the time, when we chase after closure, it leads us down a path of more pain and suffering. So why does this happen? Well, let's first define what closure actually is. Closure is a psychological term that refers to the process of coming to an acceptable resolution or outcome, bringing something to an end. Essentially, closure is the feeling that you get when loose ends are tied up, when questions are answered. For example, you might feel closure if your partner told you why they were cheating on you before they left you. Or maybe you found out why your best friend was talking about you behind your back. You might also experience closure if your company fired you because of downsizing and not because of your performance. Now, this sounds great, right? Like, how could needing closure possibly be bad for you? Well, here's the thing. Closure only brings true peace when it's given to you freely by the universe. And you know it's been given to you freely when you feel a sense of inner peace and calm, without any need to seek it out or explain anything. But here's the other thing about closure. While we may think that we want our questions to be answered, we often actually don't want to hear the truth, because the truth may be too painful to hear, or it may mean that we have to face parts of ourselves that we don't want to look at. Let me give you an example. Let's say you were in a long-term relationship that ended badly. Your ex cheated on you and then broke your heart. You tried everything to win them back, but they made it very clear that they didn't want to be with you. Then one day you run into them again and they tell you that they're getting married. This hurts like hell and you're angry. In this case, you might want to confront them and ask them why they did this to you. Why did they cheat? Why did they break your heart? Why did they leave you? But what if they gave you these answers? What if they explained to you every little detail? Would this really bring you closure? Would this make you feel better? In a lot of cases, no, it would not. In fact, hearing the details of what they did with the person that they cheated with, hearing about their future plans together, would only open up more wounds and cause you more pain. And here's the thing, there's no right or wrong way to grieve. So maybe you need to get angry and scream and shout and curse them out. Maybe you need to cry and be sad. Maybe you need to sit with your pain and let it envelop you until it passes. All of these things are okay. The universe will give you exactly what you need to heal your broken heart. But what you don't want to do is force the universe to give you closure, because most of the time this is just going to lead to more pain and suffering. Chasing closure is like trying to catch the wind. The harder you try to grab it, the more it slips through your fingers. And the reason for this is because closure is not something that anyone can give you. It's something that you must find within yourself. You see, when you chase closure, you're usually coming from a place of ego and fear. When you confront someone and demand answers, you're coming from a place of ego. And when you're experiencing fear, you're vibrating at a low frequency. And what you have to understand is that the universe only responds to the frequencies that you vibrate at. If you're afraid, the universe will show you more things to be afraid of. And if you're full of ego, the universe will show you more things to feed your ego. But if you can let go of your ego and fears, and if you can relax into this present moment without needing anything to be any different than it is right now, this is when you will experience inner peace. This is what closure really is. And yes, sometimes closure does come in the form of an answer to a question, but this isn't the only form that it can come in. Closure can also come in the form of an experience. This is why sometimes when you visit a place that holds a lot of memories for you, you might feel a deep sense of healing and closure. Or maybe when you dream about someone that you haven't seen in a while, the dream gives you a message that helps you to heal and move on. Or maybe closure comes in the form of a new opportunity or a chance encounter with someone who has something to teach you. And what you have to understand is that the universe is always conspiring to help you. But the problem is that sometimes we block ourselves from receiving this help because we're focused on what we want the world to be rather than what it currently is. We're focused on the past. So instead of asking the universe for closure, surrender to it and trust that it will give you exactly what you need to move forward. So how do you do this? Well, the first step is to accept things as they are. When you feel the need to chase closure, take a few deep breaths and remind yourself that everything is exactly as it needs to be. The second step is to let go of your expectations. When you expect the universe to give you a specific outcome, you're closing yourself off to all of the other infinite possibilities that are out there. The third step is to relax into the present moment. When you focus on the present moment, you allow yourself to fully experience life as it unfolds before you. And this is where you will find true peace. So let me ask you a question. Are you chasing closure? If so, why do you feel that you need to do this? By understanding why we want closure, we can begin to let go of our need to control the outcome and instead surrender to the present moment. When we do this, we open ourselves up to the possibility that the universe has something even better planned for us. Remember, my friends, the universe is always conspiring to help you. But the problem is that sometimes we block ourselves from receiving this help because we're focused on what we want the world to be rather than what it currently is. We're focused on the past. So instead of asking the universe for closure, surrender to it and trust that it will give you exactly what you need to move forward. Have you ever chased closure? If so, what was the outcome? I would love to hear your story in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it has helped you to understand why chasing closure doesn't give you peace. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Have a beautiful day.